drag there, and we're really having to be hard on execution. So the judges making note of that with Alex's run and taking away some points for that hand drag. The hand touch, I should say.
Well, we've said it for years, and the judges obviously very in tune to it. Any body parts dragging, the judges are extra critical. But Mike, I like what you said. He had some great finesse and technical prowess up top.
Yeah, he very creative stuff. You know, it's so much about the details, though. When you've got a level of competition that's this high, the judges are looking for any little microscopic difference that can be made in those scores. And they told me going in, they said, we have to be very harsh. We have to spread these guys out a little bit. We have to give ourselves room so that we don't end up with, you know, 6 guys there. Oh, you saw it. Yeah, he did punch the hand into the snow there. And I tell you what, that's all it takes.
That's all it takes, yeah. So Slopey, who won an event in Park City, he's going to go back up and try to improve upon that. Here's Slopey's best friend, Josh Christensen, who also won an event in Park City just last week to qualify himself for the Olympics.
Yeah, that's right, Josh. A little bit of a slip on the very first rail there. So what that does is you know, if you screw up on one of those first features, it kind of puts the pressure on you. You're like, oh boy, I got to make up for this on the way down. And we'll see if Josh can pull something out here to keep that score boosted up. Did the switch right, double rodeo 1080. And coming down there, he's going to finish it off. The switch left, double rodeo 10. So clean work on the jumps from Josh Christensen, but you know, when he gets on his, let's watch his first rail here in the replay. When he gets onto the rail, the judges want to see you lock the skis onto the rail. So there's the 270 lip, but you can see him, he does not come off the end of the rail. So it's little details like that that make a big difference. We just saw it with Slopey, and we're likely to see it again here with Josh Christensen.
And down below, he locks the grab in, spots the landing, and nope, that was not a touch there. So Josh, a first and a fourth, and he was the last guy to qualify. Actually, very interesting. There was his score was a 70. Mike Jaquit and his agent, Skogan Sprang, called Josh when he was driving. He said, hey, we got some news for you. You might want to pull over while you're driving. And
probably a wise thing.
Yeah, and they told him that it was spectacular. All right. So this guy, Wednesday night, qualified for pipe in the 6th position. His name is Hop on the Bus, Gus Kenworthy. Solid run, and he's going to the finals tonight.
Yeah, Gus is the only guy in this competition doing all 3 ski events, the pipe, the slopestyle, and the big air. Gus is just, he's tired. I tell you what, he has been trying to qualify for the Olympics and all in both events that are going to be in Sochi. He has now qualified for this event, the slopestyle. Did not quite make it into the pipe, but I tell you what, he's a guy to watch.
Yeah, tonight, pipe, 8:30 Mountain Standard Time, 10:30 Eastern. If you're on the west, that's 7:30. Watch out for the top 8 in ski pipe. But back to Kenworthy live here in Aspen. Ski qualifiers. He's up, 450 on, and 270 off.
Attack from Gus. It looks like he's going to go up onto the wall there. Oh, just kind of buttering around nice and smooth across the wall ride. So far looking good. Nice step up, 270 onto the monster pump house. Now into the jumps. Double cork 1080. Gus making it look easy, kind of cruising here just a little bit. I hate to say that this looks cruisy, but switch double 1080. Look at, that's how the judges like to see you land. The hands right at the side, making it look like you barely left the ground. Nice work from Gus Kenworthy.
Yeah, so he too just looking to put one down to qualify, and that should put him into the top 3 most likely.
Yeah, Gus Kenworthy up on the GoPro wall here, kind of just slides around real nice and smooth. And that's another thing the judges look for. They want to see flow between features, not just the big spectacular tricks with a bunch of skibbles. The more that you can flow things together, the more style you can put into it. Get your grabs locked down through the sun there.
Yeah. You may notice he has his lucky boxers on. They actually have shamrocks on them. Luck of the Irish.
Indeed. Gus Kenworthy, the pride of Telluride, Colorado. We talk about the landing. Watch this landing. Watch where the hands are.
Yep. He took a 3rd place and a 2nd place in Park City, the Grand Prix, in the last 2 events to qualify for slope the Olympics. And sure enough, 2nd place, 82.33, right behind Ooh La La from Finland with an 85.66 leading it. All right, one of my favorite guys. He's smiling all the time, just like Henrik Harlow, 9th-time slopestyle competitor here at X Games. Andreas Hodtveit from Norway. Always exciting to watch.
And always a threat. There's the 270 on, press the 270 off out of the gate. Andreas has been looking great all week. He's had that smile on, a little rotation onto the wall ride, so adding a little bit of technical action there. Looking good through the rail section at the top, and he is one of the best jumpers in the world. We'll see what he's got. There's the double cork 12. Nice smooth flow from jump. Oh, with the nose butter there. Nose butter double cork 1080. Back to the right side. Oh, good work out of Andreas Hodtveit.
It's like a mechanical process. It's like a machine. It's just so flowy, so comfortable. And there's that smile again. He won the Breckenridge Grand Prix to qualify for the Olympics, and he's also a father of a 1.5-year-old. Showing it up.
Coming in switch, rotating to the right side. Switch 1080. And then watch the nose butter. Watch the front of the skis here. Oh, tough angle for that. But he is rotating his way up that jump, then into the double cork 1080, double Japan. See if we can get, oh, here we watch the tips of the skis. Yeah.
Wow, it crosses the back. Danger.
Danger, danger. Hodtveit making it look easy.
But you know, he's got a fun park in his backyard. Literally, they built a slopestyle course with a bunch of rails. And look at that, Hodtveit. Maybe even shocking himself, and as happy as can be. The 27-year-old, the only father in this competition, by the way, so doing it for the missus and the baby. All right, we have a lot more to go. There's Gepper looking on saying, I got a lot of competition ahead of me here. We'll see him and more when we come back to Aspen for ski elimination.
Here we go. LaValle gets another good start. LaValle doing a perfect job. He's roosting everybody coming by. If he can keep it clean, the gold medal is his. Oh, yeah. Unbelievable. LaValle takes the win. What a great, great run. Rogers will have that acceleration advantage coming off the corner, but is
happy doing it for Sweden. He's going to go to the Olympics for the sport of slopestyle. A big air specialist, took gold last year. He took silver here in slopestyle. His name is Henrik Harlow. Look at the style out of the gates.
Yeah, the most technical, cool, creative work we've seen on the wall feature up top. Henrik Harlow is a master. He was voted Free Skiers Skier of the Year for 2013. One of the most popular guys in the scene. And look at, kicks it off with the nose butter. 900 right off the top. He's been working on, he's been getting new tricks every day, working the nose butters, the right side, the left side. There's another nose butter double. Oh! Coming in short, just showing it's a game of inches out here.
Yeah, and if you set up that nose butter too early, it can kind of slow down your speed. You're not popping off it, you're sliding off it, so that can hamper your rotation and obviously affecting your landing.
Yeah, you're right, and he's been coming out here, he's been working a new trick every day. Watch this off the top. Starts rotating across that box. So technical, stops himself just in time, gets the little 180 off, and then here's the first nose biter to the right side. Yeah, you can see how much speed gets ditched on that. The right side 900, and then lower down here, just running out of air. And like you said, Uncle Lee, that nose butter, it kills a little bit of the speed and a little bit of that rotation. So, I mean, he's been nailing it all week, though.
Yeah.
He's got another run.
Yep.
He's going to throw this one away, and so hopefully he can put it down and get into the final.
He stood on the podium in every big air comp he entered last year, that gentleman, Henrik Harlow. But right now, late entry because Bobby Brown dropped out. Here comes Pasty C, Sammy Carlson, who walked away with a gold back in 2011. Always a threat and always a fun guy to have around.
Yeah, Sammy Carlson, 270 off, 450 off of the very top rail. Sammy's pumped. He didn't know he was in this competition until virtually this morning. Bobby Brown, sadly, has had to pull out. He injured his knee. It's an MCL, a meniscus bit of damage, and he's getting that treated right now in the hopes that he'll be back in time for Sochi. But Sammy Carlson, he was pumped. He's been training out here all week going, man, you know, I hope I get in. I want to show what I got. That, love that switch double flats, man, so stylish.
Yeah,
Sammy Carlson putting it down.
Dang, the most decorated dude out here. He's got 2 silvers, 2 golds, 2 bronzes. With Mama and Papa rooting him on. It's got to be a great feeling when you come in as an alternate. You know your skills, and you come up here and look at this. 270 on.
Yeah, 450 out. So good work there from Sammy Carlson. Now let's count this up. There's the left side double flat spin 1260 into the switch. Left side double flat spin 1260. And the left spin 10.
Straight 10. So that should score, well, like that, 68.33. So,
and you know, one of the things that may have been missing a little bit in that run was the fact that he was spinning mostly to the left there. Those last 3 hits were all to the left. Most of the top guys you're going to see here are spinning both left and right side directions. So little things to pay attention to there.
All right, well, this guy knows how to go left and right. This is Mr. Wood, James Wood, out of where, Mike?
He is out of Sheffield, England. Here, I actually shot this footage, Uncle Lee. I was over. This is Rossendale Dry Slope near Manchester, in the UK, and this is where Woodsy learned to ski. Not even on snow. Such a cool scene over there, I tell you.
Is it a populated place?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no,
there's a lot of sheep there. I can tell you that.
That's great. So you know, he's the modern day Eddie the Eagle doing it for Great Britain. He's qualified. He's going to the show, and he's got an interesting pattern to start this thing off.
There he is on the box, across the wall, using both walls. Very creative lines. Judges like to see creativity. Now, the one thing about that creative line, though, however, when we compare that to Harlow, is it wasn't as difficult. So you got to bring creativity, but you also need to make sure you bring some of that difficulty. But I tell you what, Woodsy is a serious contender here. He has not won X Games gold, but it's in his radar, I can tell you that.
Yeah, his best was bronze.
Big right side double cord 1260, double grab in there as well. The switch right side octo grab, double 900. And there's the left side double cord 1080. So Woodsy putting it down. It's going to be interesting to see what the judges do with the score here.
Yeah, because the difficulty on the rail up top is creative, but as far as difficulty, you know, comparing it to the rest, each one of the features gets compared to our current leader, Hoodfight.
Yeah, so we see Woodsy opting to just kind of keep it straight there, whereas we saw Harlow rotating across that box. Now he uses both walls, which I think a lot of the competitors didn't even know was possible. Down here, to the right side, goes for the tail grab, then you see him switch to a Japan. So 2 grabs in there. Those are little things that get you bonus points. No question about it. Then into the switch. Look at the octograb. Oh, so tweaked out there. His skis were almost reverse parallel. Not perfect landings on those. So judging by the way the judges have been kind of ripping apart the details, I don't think that's going to contend for top score right now. Yeah.
Hey, you're right. Into the 6th spot. Remember, we take the top 8. It's Hoodfight who's in the lead with the rookie Ooh La La in 2nd, Ken Worthy in 3rd. Well, we'll check in with our head judge, Mike Atkinson, on the creativity that was up top. Atkinson, what's happening?
Yeah, you know, we were discussing that creativity and a really interesting line selection. So really enjoying the progression that Woodsy's showing here. Just wondering about the difficulty of it. You can see him skating across there, trying to get that speed. So we're in a bit of a crux what to do with progression and difficulty. The other thing we had to mention about Woods' run there was his first jump was a little small, and his execution coming out of that final hit looked to just be a little overextended for our liking. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Let's talk about the bubble score, because we're here with it now. Sammy Carlson has a 68.33. We have a lot of guys still to go, but that's the score right now. 3 more guys to go, and we also have a whole other run, so things will change. This is Russ Henshaw from Australia, mate. And he took a silver back in 2011, and he's qualified for the Olympics for Team Australia.
Yeah, interesting thing about Russ Henshaw is he is also skiing here without an ACL in one of his knees. And, you know, it's one of the interesting things going into an Olympic year where these guys, they want it bad, you know, especially the first time they want to be in that show, and they're willing to ski through a lot of situations where they might, you know, take a year off and get those things healed up. And we saw Russ Henshaw hit the knuckle back there a little bit. It's judging by the way the things are going today, it's details like that. You hit the knuckle, if you don't make it to the landing, that's not a good thing.
And back up top, we look at the pump house. Sport sure has come a long way in 16 years.
Yep. Comes Russ, setting up the rotation on the way up. Corking it out, 630 off the back of that rail. So really strong work from Russ Henshaw up in the rail features. Almost a switch butter, but you see him. It was tough to see from that angle, but he just caught the edge of the knuckle, and that's that would not be known as a perfectly clean landing.
He took third place at Breckenridge and Copper. The Grand Prix that secured his spot. And did you know, Mike, the very first slopestyle competition, 1998, U.S. Free Skiing Open, brought to you by Freeze Magazine in Vail, Colorado. Who won the slopestyle?
I believe it was JF Cousin or JP Auclair. I want to say, was it JP?
JP won the big air. JF won the slopestyle. Very good.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you for all your hard work getting this sport to where it is as well. The godfather who is sitting by my side, Mike Douglas, really helped pioneer a lot of this stuff with some of the first skis that saw the 1080s, and awesome stuff. There's the score. He's on the bubble now at the 69.33. Can you believe it's in the Olympics?
No.
I know.
No, I mean, when we started this, we certainly did not have Olympic dreams. It's something that's evolved. I'm okay with it. I'm kind of a fence rider. I think there's some good things about the Olympics and some bad things. One thing we've always been okay with is being here at the X Games. So, the X Games always seems to deliver exactly what we want out of the sport. We've got great courses and a group of people here that really listen to the needs of the free skiers. And in the meantime, we've had the Association of Free Skiing Professionals come into the mix, and they're really looking out for the best interests of these guys. And the sport's in good hands. I feel good. And the course right now is in very good hands here with McCrae Williams, looking good as he works his way down to the bottom.
Yeah, McCrae Williams showed up in Tenia last year and shocked the field, took the victory, and everyone else was saying, wow, that was a remarkable run he had over there. That was a solid run as well for the tallest competitor in our field at 6'2".
I tell you what, the way things are going with the judges here today, McCrae Williams is looking very, very good. He's a skier that brings it down the course very, very cleanly, rarely makes any noticeable mistakes, and nice work on the wall right up there, nice and creative. Here's the left side, double cork, all grabbed out on that tail. Well, let's see the landing. Yeah, nice and strong. McCrae Williams looking good.
Yeah, he's got an X Games gold. Didn't have any solid podiums for the qualifiers for Team USA, which is a super stacked team. But right now, Williams is in a great position to make the finals. Which, by the way, the finals are Sunday afternoon. We'll be rounding out the middle part of day 4. And we're now looking at a guy named Mr. Gepper. Took a gold last year. Why was this run so good, Mike?
Well, it was technical perfection from top to bottom, and that's the way Nick skis. He's so clean and so dialed from trick to trick. He's got all the technical difficulty, and then he lands just like that. Look at this switch, double Misty 1260, locked on, and that's what we've come to know from Nick Gepper. He is definitely the guy to beat out here, and we talk about no repeat since 2004. If anyone has a real serious chance to be the first, it's this guy right here.
No jinxing. No jinxing.
No jinxing allowed.
U.S. Olympic team member, coached by Kerry Miller out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Skis on a slope when he grew up, elevation 800 feet with a 400-foot vertical drop known as Perfect North Slopes. Hello, everyone listening in Indiana. The pride of Indiana.
This work, Gepper switch 270 on, 270 off at the top rail. He's so much of a technician. Front swap 270 off. Keeping it nice and clean. Oh, yes. Wow. Yes, into the Misty 630 off of that up rail trapezoid feature. So Nick Gepper, look at the little details, that little mini speed check. He knows exactly where he is. He knows exactly what he needs all the way down this course.
That control. And it's matching the landings. The hands are nowhere near the snow. This final one, we saw a triple in practice. We see a double here.
Yeah. And Nick would only bring it, kind of like what we saw with McMorris yesterday. He's only going to bring out that triple today if he really needs it. And that was a clean run. No doubt that's going to be right up there in the top 3 for sure.
Looks like half of Indiana showed up to come root him on here. Oh yeah, looking solid. The score to beat is an 89, but we're going to take another look at this whole run. This could be the new leader.
Yeah, we talk about technical perfection, and it's really hard to find a lot of faults in Nick Gepper's skiing. It's just so darn clean. I've always called slopestyle, sort of this whole free skiing thing, the great equalizer. One of the beautiful things is that it doesn't matter where you come from. You don't need a big mountain covered in tons of powder snow. All you need is enough snow and enough of a hill to build a jump, and that's a situation for a guy like Gepper. He can come out, all of a sudden he's the best in the world, and there he is right there, 91, first place.
Yeah, Jordan, you got our new leader from Indiana down below.
Congratulations, you are our new leader. Now coming in with a target on your back, looking to defend gold, what was your mindset dropping in today?
Just pretty much telling myself, smooth, calm, confident, just dropping in with my run in my head, and I know what I want to do, and pretty stoked to put down on second run.
Thank you so much. Good luck on the next one.
Thanks.
Guys.
Well, he seems very comfortable, very relaxed. He's our current leader, Nick Gepper, and defending champ. 16 runs down, 16 more to go. We're only taking the top 8 into Sunday's final. Please stick around here from Aspen. It's a beautiful day.
Look at the amplitude he's getting. He is redefining the sport as we know it.
Yeah!
Look at that.
Oh, Condito back.
Winter X history in the making.
Simon almost 20 feet out. The judges asked for amplitude. Simon.
8, Josh Christensen, heavy hitter, with Henrik Harlow, last year's bigger winner and silver medalist, is in the 16th spot. Through the years, Mike, we've seen things change, and I bet we will here again.
Absolutely. I think these guys know what the judges are probably looking for by now. The judges being very, very sticky about micro details, things like touching a hand down in the snow, making a bobble on the landing, coming off a rail early, those type of things. They're looking for perfection out here.
True, and Jossie Wells had a small washout on the second jump. Was able to finish the run, but it was enough for 14th place, so he needs to make this clean in order to get in.
Watch what Jossie Wells does here. Oh, he didn't do it that time. He'd been in training. He was warming up doing the 180 onto that down box every time. Oh, Jossie Wells 630 onto that trapezoid feature and just washing out. He knows, you know, once you make a mistake like that, the speed is so difficult. But look at the backflips on Glee. I love this. I love this. No, he doesn't move a muscle.
They're like 100-foot backflips with just no problem. 540. And that will do it for Jossie Wells. His consolation is he's going to Sochi in 14 days. Those are days away from the opening ceremonies.
Yeah, he's been fighting through some bruised heels as well, so hopefully that'll take care of itself in the next couple of weeks. But here's a bit of a surprise today.
Yeah, Olila, Antti from Finland. A tweet from fellow competitor AJ Kampainen just about to drop in is Olili, and hashtags galore. It says, "Kill it, boss," with a couple of money signs. So I always love the story of a rookie. You know, don't know a whole lot about this guy. Fellow competitors say he's a threat. You've been watching him in training, as well I, and he's currently in the 85.66, fourth, which is a comfortable spot to be in.
It definitely is. That's a good score. Oh, little tip tap switch onto that top rail. Antti is feeling good. You know, when you put down a good score in the first run, it frees you up a little bit. You loosen up a little bit. You can take some chances, and that's what we saw him do right there. Looking good. There's a kangaroo flip right off the top. To the switch. Oh, yeah. Going for the switch 10 there and not quite having enough air. So he's going to throw that one away. But as we said, it would be very surprising if an 85.66 did not hold up.
Agreed. There's a great shot of the upper Roaring Fork Valley that leads right into Aspen. A plane coming into the airport, which is all of, a quarter mile from here. Fantastic location. And Mr. Woods. Woodsy's on the bubble. The score that everyone needs to beat right now to get in is a 73.33 by that devastatingly handsome man. All right, now we go to Matt Walker, the local kid he's the 7th. It's not a comfortable spot to be in either with guys like Schlopey, Carlson, Tim Shaw, everybody. Still to come.
Yeah, 74.33, unlikely to hold up through this field that we're seeing here. But oh, there's the pretzel from Matt Walker out of the top, coming off just a little bit early on that rail. But a lot of technical difficulty wrapped up in that move, where you change directions of your spin along the rail, which is it's tough. Yeah, 900 there. See if Matt can keep it clean as he works his way down through the jumps. So far, so good. Switch right side 900. Now, here's a point of difference that we're seeing with some of the other guys. We're seeing a lot of double core combinations down through this section from the other competitors here. Matt opting for the easier 900. So a great run, fairly smooth, but with little things like that, lacking the technical difficulty, is going to be tough for him to up that score much.
Yeah, the judges use a criteria called PAVED, P-A-V-E-D. It's for progression, amplitude, variety, execution, and difficulty. And as you mentioned, Mike, it wasn't as difficult as some of the other guys' runs.
Yeah, it's a very difficult pretzel off the top, but not quite getting the full lock onto that rail. And down here, he opts for the switch 900 tail grab, where we're seeing a lot of the other guys do double corks. And so with the slopestyle, it's kind of nice. You can do whatever you want, but ultimately, if you want to win, you've got to put down big technical moves.
Yeah, so they have something to compare it against with Kepler, Hotveit, and Williams, and that did not score as high, so he'll stay in that compromising 7th position. That's great. Woods is still on the bubble with a 73.33, and we have Jordan Whitley with a report on Mr. Woods.
Yes, well, I did speak to James right when he ended his last run. We put him in 6th, and I said, are you surprised? And he said, yes, I'm very surprised. And asked him if he was going to change it up because of the creativity versus difficulty. And he said, you know what? I'm out here to try and change these judges' minds, and I'm going to stick to what I'm doing, and hopefully they'll open their eyes in the second run.
Open the eyes. And here's the rest of Woodsy's run. It was good. I didn't see much wrong with it, but the judges said it wasn't, I guess, difficult enough up top. Yeah,
well, when you know, these guys are splitting hairs with the judges, and you know, keep in mind too that the scores don't always dictate the level. Woodsy scoring a 73 versus Gepper's 91. Were those runs almost 20 points apart? No, they weren't. But what the judges do is they try to give themselves enough room to fill those holes in based on how these guys do as they go along.
It was a good run. He's still in the top 8, but we have a lot of heavy hitters coming down the course. PK Hunder, 6th in 2012, 7th last year. So a big air dude, nice dancing up top.
Yeah, little front swap, 270 off there from PK Hunder. The 450 on. Yeah, keeping it pretty basic there at the just floaty 270. So for PK's, you know, he's a guy that's known for his jumping. He was one of the first guys doing the double corks in the big air competition a few years ago here in X. And he's definitely got skills when it comes to that department.
Yeah, he won the Unolson Invitational, one of the most prominent, well-known events. He won it twice in 07, then 6 years later, last year, 2013. So a jumper he is. That's exactly what he show all 4 jumps to show you what he does best.
Here goes PK with his setup left side. Taking it. And then he goes right side. So we talked about that earlier too, where these guys the judges want to see these guys spinning in both directions. Here's the switch, right side 1080. So opting not for the double corks here. I think the doubles generally score a little bit better. A little stumble on that landing there. So it's a game of details out here today.
Yeah, if they've taken points off before for a hand drag or a hand touch, may it happen here as well. Woodsy, you can see right above Red Bull helmet. 73.33 is the score. Well, we made a big congrats to Nate Holland and Lindsay Jacobellis for taking the victories out here. And a 70, so not enough to bump him out. That means that Hunder will not be going to the final 8 on Sunday, so he will sit to the sidelines. Next rider up top, representing Mike Douglas's home country, Canada, site of the last Winter Olympics. ABM they call him, Alex Beaulieu-Mochon. Excellent on the rails. Let's see if he can deliver this time.
Yeah, ABM, a little swap there through the rail section, so adding some difficulty to that. 450 on. Jib zone. the switch 450 on. So some clean work through the rails. You see him crouching there to try and get the speed up. Oh, there's the double cork 720. Kind of the only guy doing it quite that way. Into the double cork 1260 ABM. Lofty air. Oh, man.
Oh, back a little bit, can't hold on.
Tell you what, this course is so good, but it's so unforgiving.
Yeah. That cable cam didn't really show the justice of how in the back seat he was trying to hold on to it, but he could not hold on.
Yeah, here he comes in, switch, rotating to the left side. Nice work from ABM. Clean. Now you see speed problems last time got to him a little bit, so he's in the crouch position, carrying as much speed as he could down there. And then here, carrying a little too much speed on this switch double rodeo 10, and just coming in a little bit crouched and way low. And I tell you what, there he is. He's already pretty much on the takeoff of the next jump, and a smart move to pull out there and keep the body intact.
Yeah, so he will not make the finals either, but we'll see him in Sochi representing Canada. Now up top, 2012 champion, 2010 Tina gold medalist as well, Tom Wallish.
Tom is a technician. That is how you do a 270, pretzel 270 on that top rail.
All right, as we watch Tom's run, very interesting stories. He's studying at the University of Utah. He won the Dew Tour stop a few years back. He's made the Dean's list twice. The Dean actually wrote a letter of congratulations to Tom saying, well done.
Tom he's one of those outstanding people that you meet a few times in your life. And I tell you what, if you ever have the chance, the pleasure to be around this guy, it's definitely worth it. Look at the skiing, too. He's so smooth. He says, with the knee injury, I have to be very, very smooth. Otherwise, it just really hurts. And oh, darn.
Well, he's in 6th place right now, so he's got an 80, and generally that's an okay score. The way this is going, that might hold. So Jordan is with Tom, and I think we're going to have Tom walk through his run for us. Jordan?
Okay, Tom, we're going to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to show you your run, and you're going to take us through it. So let's get to where you can see it. He's right over here. Okay, well, yeah, so take a look and just tell me what was going through your mind and what you had to do.
Well, I wanted to step it up a little bit, so rails are pretty much the same. 2 pretzel 2 up top, wall ride to switch. I got the back 270 out of this rail this time, which I was happy about. And then up in the difficulty, going for 4 doubles. I did a dub 12 on this one, switch right double cork 10 on this one. And then into probably the scariest trick of my run, the switch double 9, landing forward is so scary for me. And then trying the right dub 12. I'm not that consistent with this one, and just couldn't put it down.
And this was also your audition to be an analyst next year for ESPN.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, do you think this score will hold up moving forward?
I have no idea. Probably not. I mean, everybody out here is so good. It's hard to keep up, but cross my fingers.
All right, fingers crossed, guys. Back to you.
Great stuff, Jordan. Nice job, Tom. And as you said earlier, Mike, just a really pleasurable guy to be around. He's never a negative bit of energy. Even if he doesn't qualify, you know, no ACL, he's not going to the Olympics, but he's still got a smile on his face. And he's still in the top 6, so that's a good thing. Now we move on to Park City's own Alex Slopey. He has a brother who's a ski racer, prominent one, Eric Slopey. He's 270 on, comes off the opposite way.
Yeah, pretzel 270 off, so good start from Alex Slopey, looking to clean it up a little bit from last run, getting high on that wall, but judges, you know, they want to see that look a little bit smoother, but I like the creative lines he's taking. I love the step up onto the pump house down there. Very uncharacteristic move from Slopey there, going down on the switch 900.
A couple Polish donuts down below as well. Yeah, that's really unfortunate because he needed a solid run to make it to the top 8. He'll stay in 13th.
Would look to be a stock switch 900. Kind of goes sideways on Slopey there. Maybe just lacking a little bit in the airtime department. Things might be slowing down here in the sun today a little bit. Let's see where he lands on this. Safety grab. He seems to know where he is. Yeah, I think he was thinking he probably had a little more air there than he actually did.
Yes, he's just kind of pushed off to his right. So Slopey will not make it to the finals here. And now we go to Josh Christensen. very good friends with Mr. Slopey, and he right now is in the worst spot he could be in, 9th place.
Yeah, so Christensen has to bring something out. He is on that U.S. Olympic team, that very, very stacked U.S. Olympic team. And he's, you know, he wants to show everyone here at the X Games that he's the guy that deserves to be in there.
Well, in Park City, one of the other AFP head judges, Josh Lubeck, said his run in Park City was one of the best ones, the best slopestyle run he'd ever seen. Right now, Josh is putting down a burner.
Yeah, so far so good here from Josh Christensen. Oh, look at those landings, just so smooth, very technical tricks. Lots of doubles. That is a good run from Josh Christensen. I think he's moving up.
That's definitely going to be better than a 70. I think it's going to knock Woods into another dimension, which is the wrong one. Got to be to 73.33, but let's go through the jumps, the difficulty, and the variety.
Yeah, you see him crouching down, knowing that speed is slowing down out there just a little bit. There is the big right side 1080. Then he starts mixing up all kinds of doubles. There's the left side. Look at that double Japan. So judges looking for details like that. Left side double cork 1260. Into the switch. Right side double roadie. I love how he takes more rotation than a lot of guys on that move, and that to me makes it just look better. Down here in the money booter, see those fingers reaching out for that tail. It's such a good feeling when you're reaching for that grab and you actually feel that tail sitting there just the way you want it. And look at this style from Josh Christensen.
Crossed up the whole way, grabbed, and then look, he's still looking over his shoulder, has the wherewithal to know exactly where he is, and the super analyst says no touch. That's definitely better.
Yeah, that score's going up. Yeah, there we go.
All right. Woodsy's up against the wall now on the right-hand side. Happy is Mr. Christensen, as he might be safe enough. We'll see when we come back. Great stuff out here in Aspen. Day 2 of 4 ski slopestyle elimination. No matter where you are in the world, we're happy that you've tuned in. And the new bubble boy, Mr. Walker, local boy, scored a beach, 74.33. We'll be right back. We've got the inaugural Big Air at the X Games. Welcome back, X Games Aspen. You're looking at currently Bubble Boy, Matt Walker, local boy, crossing his fingers, praying that this will hold on. We happen to have Mike Atkinson, our head judge, going to break down for us what Walker's run was looking like and how it was scored. Go ahead, Mike.
All right, thanks, Uncle Lee. You know, taking a look at the top rails here, a really nice, tight section for Matt. Really kept things nice and compact. Good execution. You can see making nice contact on those rails. That's something the judges are definitely looking for. Now, this is his one little questionable error, was the grab on this and the amplitude. You can see that last little 180 just kind of opening up. And, you know, that's about all it takes to really set yourself apart. And you can see the point difference right now where the other guy's in that 80-point range, Matt Walker in that mid-7s. So it was that one jump with the switch left 9 that, you know, he left some points on the table. Thanks, Uncle Lee. I'll send it back to you guys.
Great stuff, Mike. You can tell that you have trained to be a judge, and that Mike Atkinson is going to the Olympics to be the head judge for slopestyle and pipe as well. So good stuff there. A wealth of knowledge and a fellow competitor and announcer as well. And now we're going to Gus Kenworthy. 82.33 on his first run. Solid 6th place right now out of Telluride, Colorado. Qualified for the Olympics. He'll be doing big air duty as well.
450 on, 270 off from Gus Kenworthy right out of the top. Now Gus is currently sitting in 6th place with an 82.33. It's normally a comfortable position, but I tell you what, I'd want to bump that up a little bit. And I tell you, on that pump house feature up top there, that was some great technical rail work from Gus.
He's already qualified for tonight's pipe, so doing double duty today. Getting both ways, getting the grabs in. Oh, man. Gus will stay in 6th. He comes at you quick. He just got back. Saw Chauncey Willis had that problem as well.
Yeah, here he comes into the pump house. Little switch, 270 onto the top, and then front side pretzel 450 back off of that thing. So very technical work from Gus Kenworthy. And then down here, just running out of air a little bit. Like literally, if he had an inch more of air, I think he would have had his feet underneath him there.
Well, also, it is getting a little shaded, as you can tell. There's
yes.
the sun. This is always an interesting time of day because you're going from sun takeoff into a shady landing, so it sometimes becomes tough to really see your landing.
Yeah, this time of day makes it tough on these later competitors. We literally just lost the sun off most of the landings now in the last 5 minutes. So definitely tough, but a guy who's feeling good here for sure is Andreas Högtveit. He's got a score currently that should hold up through the rest of this qualifying, so the pressure's off. See what he's gonna do now. He was doing something pretty interesting here earlier on, and there it is.
Yeah, sweet.
The little rodeo 450 onto the rail, so darn difficult.
He just barely got over the knuckle on that one, but did it just in time. Look, he's floating it, stomping it. You know, Mike, he's never finished lower than 4th in an elimination round. He's in 2nd right now.
Yeah, beautiful butter takeoff on that last double. Here he goes back to the right side. Wow, Andreas Högtveit is so darn good, isn't he?
Yeah, the mechanic. It's the nickname. You know, it's just so consistent, smooth. The only father in the competition. He's our oldest, one of our most decorated, by far, most experienced.
Now watch this. Back up at the top of the pump house. He sets a rodeo, 450 degrees of rotation. You wonder what's hard? Doing that and then landing on a rail.
No. And a lot of that has to come, Mike, from having a fun park in your backyard. Like, people live at resorts, but he has one in his backyard that he trains on.
That's true. I mean, he's very fortunate back in Norway. There's not very many people that can have that. I think Högtveit's backyard's bigger than the biggest mountain in Indiana where Gepper's from.
Bigger than Perfect North Slopes. Definitely bigger than where Woodsy came from. So this is Högtveit looking to improve upon an 89. Improve upon 89. He's in the final. Wow, 93. So he ups it by 4 solid points. And he's our new leader, commanding it going into the final. And look at the reaction. Gepper saying, wow. So the pump house, that was a risk reward.
Yeah, absolutely. And the judges said we want creative lines, we want to see progression, we want to see things done differently. They want to see these guys taking risks, and this is a risk right here. Look at this. He's landing on a rail that's about as wide as a ski.
Yeah,
that is precision right there.
Yep, Walker saw it, said, wow, that was great. It did not knock him off. He's still in 8th position. But yeah, that risk reward, nobody else is flipping onto a rail, hitting it and sliding off, so judges love that.
Now, if I was Matt Walker, I'd be very nervous for this guy right here. Henrik Harlow just has to put down one of his good old Harlow runs, and he will make this final. Yeah, good technical work on the rails right up top. Coming in switch, they'll switch 270 onto the down section there. Very compact style. Henrik, not, you know, he keeps it all. The only thing flying is his dreadlocks.
Has it could have been 6 years.
Oh, a little bit overextension on that landing there. Harlow looking strong. There's the butter, double, 1260 nose butter. And into the switch, there's a switch butter. If he can stick this, there it is.
Oh, butter.
Okay, and we just saw Högtveit deliver progression. There it is from Henrik Harlow right there, switch butter.
Yeah, and Walker definitely knows that that was definitely better than a 74.33. So again, risk reward, 2 butters down there, super dangerous. Didn't work for him on the first attempt, but good stuff up top as well.
Yeah, we saw Woodsy kind of keeping it straight across that box. We just saw Harlow essentially rotate a 720 across there. So it's things like that. Into this first jump, there is a nose butter 900 from Henrik Harlow to the right side, and then down here, watch this, look at that tail butter left side double. Not only is that ultra technical, but watch the landing on this thing. Oh, you can see it there. But I tell you what, that landing was perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, here's where, yeah, watch the tail butter. He slides out off those tails into the double cork, brings it around to 1080. Watch the landing. Oh, man.
And Mike, if you catch your edge on that thing, you're collapsing right on down to the flat bottom. So the risk reward, again, in the name of progression, is going to help huge here. And we have ourselves a new leader, 95, one of the highest scores we've ever seen. Look at the happy Harlow. And Hotvite is in second, so it looks like 1-2 the Scandinavians. Awesome. Hey, Jordan, talk to Mr. Happy.
Well, he's very happy. He's getting a lot of hugs from all his competitors. Hello, take me through that run.
Yeah, I just try to stop a full run. I messed up on one of my easiest tricks, my first run, so then just had to stay focused and then bring it down for second run.
What's going through your mind as you've just taken the top spot?
Stoked, so stoked. I hope I still make it, but yeah.
This picture that you keep showing
is one of my very good friends that passed away this fall. So skiing for him, Tammy Warnick, always on my mind, you know.
Congratulations, you're in the finals. Guys, we'll send things back to you.
Thank you, thank you.
Nice job, Jordan. I think Henrik said, I hope I make it. With the 95, he made the final. Trust us. Yeah. So silver last year, Mike, we're setting up for something here for finals to have another new winner if Henrik keeps that run. That run right there is almost unbeatable. That was amazing.
Yeah, here's Sammy Carlson. Whoa! Hooking the tail on the top, but you know what? That was pretty darn cool. Sammy pulling it off. Now, Sammy hasn't been doing a ton of slopestyle over the last year, but I tell you what, he is always a guy who's a contender.
Yeah, with 2 golds, 2 silvers, 2 bronzes, the guy knows how to get it done.
I love the double flat spin from Sammy Carlson. Double flat 1260 to the left side. Yeah, now the one thing that the judges, want to see, they want to see the hard tricks done both ways, and if we have to take anything, we have to nitpick and take anything away from Sammy Carlson. He does his hard tricks all to the left. So those are things that make the difference. We'll have to see what the judges think. And there's Tom Walsh on the bubble right now. So,
gosh, tough one for the Wall Dog with an 80. So as we said, the mid 80s, as history has told us, that's where it is, and we'll see if Sammy busts in.
Yeah, watch the. Oh, you couldn't see it in slow motion because you couldn't hear it, but he hung up just a little bit on that top rail. And up onto the pump house. Nice 450 off. So great technical doubles from Sammy Carlson here, but as we said, all done to the left side. And as stylish and beautiful as they were, not necessarily quite as difficult as some of the other things we saw. So let's listen to let's go back to the top here now. Listen to this. Yeah.
That can cause disaster.
Yeah, but Sammy Carlson shows the composure there. Doesn't phase him. So there it is, a 72. Not good enough for Sammy Carlson this year.
Carlson not making the finals. Will be sidelined come Sunday afternoon, rooting his fellow competitors on. And we go back up top for Mr. Woods. Unlikely that he's not in right now, but we're certainly aware of his capabilities. So the Olympian from Great Britain, who took second at the World Championships in Oslo last year, has to put down a solid performance with no mistakes.
Well, Woodsy changing up the strategy here. He knew that while it was creative, that top section last time, not necessarily the technical difficulty the judges are looking for. There's a nice transfer through the pump house section. So I'm going to say he's upped his score just a little bit at the top here so far.
Just making it past the knoll there. Second of 4 jumps.
Right side 1260, just getting the feet under him on that one. Oh, so clean. James Woodsy Woods, if he can put this down, he might best Tom Walsh. We'll see. Yes, James Woodsy Woods puts it down. Will it be enough to beat an 80? It's going to be tight. Yeah, it's going to be tight, but that was a good run. Walsh knows it.
Yes, score to beat is an 80, so first hit up top. Yeah, something new. Decided not to do the wall-to-wall.
Yeah, kind of kept it traditional as the 270 on. Coming off just a shade early there, but here it's tough to see from this angle, but he transfers across from one takeoff and lands onto the other rail. Here is the right side double cork. Swapping the grabs up midair, double cork 1260. Once again, that is technical. That moving your hand into different positions on the ski definitely makes a difference, as well as the double grab here, the octa grab on that move. Very nice work from James Woodsy Woods.
Well, there's only 2 guys, and this is one of them that can knock Walsh out of contention, and the other one is Henshaw, still coming up next. So I guarantee you the judges are taking their time with this, looking to see, if the grabs were made, the landings were smooth, spinning which directions, and or either directions, I should say, which he did.
And look at that landing. It was right on the bolts there. It was very, very solid from James Woodsy Woods. Here we go, 79, and he has done it.
Oh, look at that. Woodsy will not go.
Oh, he will not. Pardon me.
Wallish has done it.
I had 89 in my head. Oh, no.
Yeah,
Well,
Woodsy's in the 9th spot. Oh, what a bummer. So the judges compared that with Wallish's, obviously, and gave him 1 point less. So Wallish, right now, still has to dodge one bullet in this guy, the Australian. Last rider that can knock him off. Silver, 2011. Qualified for the Olympics. He's got to put down perfect run, spinning both directions, and good rail sections.
Well, Wallish knows that Henshaw can do it. Henshaw is no stranger to the top of the podium. He is consistently in the medals in all the, a lot of the competitions leading up to this season. And the question is, can Henshaw put down a run?
And he jumps.
So far, so good for Henshaw, keeping it clean, doing what he has to do.
Double.
Switch double 9. He's got one last chance here. Oh, boy.
Yes. Oh. Every year, just down to the wire. There's always some drama with the last couple competitors, and for Wallish looking on, this could be the one that knocks him off.
Yeah, pretty hard to take much off of this. There's the right side switch, double cork 1260 to the switch 1080 to the right side. Now he's going to switch up. He's going to go to the left side, double rodeo 9, and then finishing it off down here with some beautiful work. Russ Henshaw is he's such a technician. He's not known for going big. That's his one weakness, is he tends to land right, it's probably smartly, a guy with missing an ACL, he wants to land right near the top. But I tell you what, I'm picking up something here in super slow motion. Not a strong grab on that final trick. Yeah, it slipped off, and obviously a perfection on the landing there, but we'll see if the judges caught that.
The last one that can knock Wallish out of the finals, greater than an 80. Henshaw goes. Less than an 80, Wallish stays in. Our biggest score in elimination is held by Henrik Harlow with a 95. He's going. Just a nail biter. 83, Wallish goes to the sidelines. Henshaw going to the finals. Wow. Delivering when you need to, Mike.
Yeah, Henshaw, like I said, he knows how to get it done when it counts, and he did that.
So we get 3 points different than Wallish's run. Mr. Atkinson, what was the differentiation?
Well, the last couple runs here between Russ, Gus in the first run, we're comparing that, Tom Wallish and Woods. They're all quite similar in that range. We've had to come down to a couple votes here in the booth. The guys here just liking the whole package here from Russ with his second run.
Great stuff, very thoughtful. Our judges, Ian Meter, Raphael Ragazone from France, Tucker Perkins from the USA, Simon Schoenström from Sweden, and Andrew Wicks from Aspen here. And it was a solid run and good enough to get in.
Yeah, Russ Henshaw is just so technically solid. He makes very few mistakes. Locking in those landings, mixing up lots of technical difficulty. The spins both to the left and the right side. Now here is the one little miss in that run, but he was so smooth, and these things happen so fast. Keep in mind, the judges watch this all in real time. I did not notice the hand slip off on the tail grab there.
Right.
He was so smooth that it appeared as though everything was running the way it was supposed to be.
And Russ also has a triple cork in his repertoire. Will we see it come finals? Well, that's to be decided come Sunday. This guy is already in the finals with Trey Williams, so he's just going to try to put down a burner and increase from an 87.33.
Well, I tell you what, it's like the judges have watched McCrae Williams ski over the last couple years and said, well, that's how we're going to judge this, because that's how we want to ski. McCrae Williams is known as one of the cleanest guys out there. Just does things so smoothly, and so far this run has been virtually flawless.
Yeah, just landing with ease like magnets.
McCrae not on the U.S. Olympic team this year, and probably pretty happy to make a statement at the Winter X Games. So look at that, so clean all the way down. That score is going to at least hold, or if not, bump him up even a little bit more.
Yeah, Williams, where does he get his good training? If you folks don't know about the Utah Olympic Park, it's where you can train on trampolines and into water, and he's a coach there.
Yeah, a little lip slide on, 450 off at the very first rail. And the judges like to see this flow between the features, just making everything look natural, no kind of herky-jerky movements, just lots of, like you're, you know, water flowing down the hill, and that's what McRae Williams does very, very well.
Like a river flowing down the course, Mike.
Brings a tear to my eye, Uncle Lee. There's a tail grab all locked out. Held forever on that thing.
Well, there was a shocker when we were over in France with him. He showed up in Gunslinger, took the win over there, and he's going to make it to the finals. Consistent run as he had before. No better than his first. He'll stay in fourth. So now, Mr. Gepper, defending champ, is in the third qualifying spot. Absolutely nothing to gain. Nothing to lose here on his run. He's not going to bother doing a triple here.
I'm thinking not. I mean, you always want to try and save a little bit of extra for the finals. The more you do something, the more ordinary it becomes. And you know, we just saw that with Hotveit. We saw that with Harlow. When you bring something out new, all of a sudden that'll boost your score. He wants to boost his score in the finals. He doesn't want to boost it here. He's in. He's third. It's nice to qualify first. It's nice to run last. But at the same time, Gepper's, you know, he's not running 8th or anything like that. So I'm suspecting, oh, yeah. Very nice, very nice. I'm suspecting a very similar run to what we saw from him the last time.
If you haven't seen Gepper go before, he's defending champ. He's not skiing with poles because he broke his wrist. He's got some plates and screws in there. So he said, I'm going to keep doing this the way that I'm doing it. Oh, that!
Yeah, well, I said nothing new, but he's like, oh, squeak one in there.
Yeah.
That was very cool. The switch double with the Screaming Seaman, his legs all locked up in the air. We got to replay that thing. It was Gepper's family. Yeah. They know he just put it down.
So mixing the new school with the old school, the Screaming Seaman. We'll put that one in slow-mo for you to break it down.
Yeah, check out this pump house move. There he is, up. Beautiful. Big Misty 630 right off the top of that thing. Looking darn fine. Now watch this. The switch double. Here he is. He crosses his skis in the air. Now he is crossed, grabbed, unlocks, and just gets down on his feet.
It's insane. Yeah, all right, here's one more time. This cross trick made famous by Chris Sea-Dog Seaman back in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah,
sick trick.
Yeah, but no one's doing it in the middle of moves like that. That's for darn sure. There's the double with it. Look at the grab with the tail there. So wow. Gepper, I mean, the only thing you can take away on that crazy switch double with the Screaming Seaman, a little bit short on the landing, but he's like, don't worry, I got more in me.
And they up it by a third of a point, so he'll stay in that spot, third position. Jordan, you're with Mr. Screaming Seaman, double cork boy. What's up?
Well, I'm here with Mr. Nick Gepper. What made you go for it there on that jump?
I was just trying to put a different run down for finals and just, I don't know, take it a little step up and I don't see kind of how that played, but yeah, pretty stoked. Good day.
Speaking of stepping it up, there's talk of the triple making its way in to the finals. Is it a question of if or how many?
I don't know. We'll see how it's going. I mean, I'm sure other people are going to be doing them, so more than likely I'll probably do one.
Okay. Well, no pressure, guys. I'll send it back to you. Congratulations.
More than likely. Nick, nice work. You're in third place. He's our defending gold medalist. So 3 gold medalists from previous X Games are into the finals. We may have ourselves a repeat. And 7 out of 8 of the finalists are going to the Olympics. So this is the caliber of competition we're talking about. One of them, Henrik Harlow, highest score ever in elimination with a 95. Solid as can be. And Gepper, defending champ, crossing him up, looking stylish, unique, and innovative. That's what the X Games is all about. We'll be right back. Welcome back. X Games Aspen 2014. Excellent competition just went down in the name of ski and slopestyle. That's your defending gold medalist, Nick Gepper, who took third in qualifying, but it was Dreadlock Rastaman from Sweden. That's right. Henrik Harlow put down the sickest run we've ever seen in elimination. Mike, why was it so good?
Well, the judges wanted to see technical progression, and Harlow delivered it from top to bottom. They also wanted perfection. Not much you can discount in this run. Good work up here on top on the rails, but where he really made the biggest splash is when he came down here into the jumps. First jump, little nose butter 900, kick things off. It comes in switch. It's the switch 900. Now here's where it got interesting. There is the nose butter double cork 1260. Now watch this. The tail butter. We've never seen that before.
No, new trick.
Harlow puts it down perfectly, and guess what?
95, highest elimination score we've ever had, and look at that 8-pack. This is all going to happen Sunday afternoon. Kenworthy, Henshaw, Christensen, new rookie from Finland, Ulala, McCrae Williams, Gepper, Hoedfight from Norway, and Henrik Harlow from Sweden. That's going to be a barn burner. We may see some new things we've never seen at Slopestyle here. Hey, right now,